So the three experts I've evaluated, and all the three experts are strongly recommended to give PhD under the Faculty of Law of the system. All the best, sir. All the best, sir.
I'd like to hear from Dr. Elumalai, sir. Sir, you want to go this?
She wants to make some more comments. I don't know, I'm asking external examiner.
There
She
will be
wants
some.
she wants to you too. So that, no, external examiner. Madam, would you like to say some more things?
No, sir.
No. Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, I raise for this occasion. It is really pain and pleasure comes together many a times. It is Penham's theory, I believe. I don't remember the name exactly. When a child is born in any family, certainly it's a moment of joy for everyone. But the child comes with a cry, with a lot of expectations. Are we going to fulfill that entire expectations? Can we be astute? Can we be booked for many of the legal consequences? I'm afraid we don't have the answer. Every PhD thesis is also something like that. It's an intellectual child, it's a brain child. We all pray that the child should have a smooth delivery, the child should free from defect, free from disability, not only at the time of birth, throughout his life. In this process, there are many stakeholders like parents, doctors, family members, something like that. Here, we start from the scholar, guides, research board, university, the topmost personality like the Honorable Vice Chancellor, the Office of Registrar, Dean, Director. Everybody puts their bit to see that this child is given birth safely. So I thank every one of you for your valuable contribution. People have told a lot of charitable remarks upon me. This is a teamwork. Nothing comes in isolation. I dedicate this success to all of you. At the same time, I think I need to remember a few things because many students are sitting over here. No good work can be done without any obstruction, says Vivekananda. So, when we do a good work, certainly we come across a lot of others. And that we need a lot of supporting hands. The support has come from various quarters. I think today I need to thank a few people who have arranged extraordinary efforts. I do not know whether they are here to cite Mr. Gopinath. Please raise your hands. Please give a clap to him. Please God. We have done all the arrangements for hospitality because our canteen is not here, our hostel is not here, nothing is here. So we need to go to Adyar and try to book all these things. And we have also taken a small steps to see that everybody is given some refreshment, some hygiene. That's it. The second thing, all my scholars are scholars of others who are working with me in day-to-day my affairs. People like Harita ma'am. I remember when I was to be conferred doctorate by this university, she was the first one to come forward to pick me to the stage. And of course, somebody has come in between the ways and she left it. Today, God has given her the position to sit in this seat, the Honorable Director of Research and Publication. And under your eyes, these good things is happening. I think that's a blessing from the Almighty. I'm very fortunate. And this happens simultaneously with our Honorable Vice Chancellor. So such a nice relationship. I had a relationship with every one of the people who have been mentioned out here. Professor Sunny is known to me for a quite long time. Professor Manoj Sinha is one of my beloved friends actually. And Bisbee ma'am, I think she is very close to me. Last time also, I met her in a doctrinal study committee, something like that. Right? Somewhere else. But I wanted to speak to her, but I had a second thought. I don't know, my inner mind said, she may be my external examiner. I should not call her. So that's why I didn't speak to her till now. I think hereafter I'm free to speak to her. And she is known to me in a special way. I have worked with a colleague in Gujarat National University, Mr. Girish. I think he happens to be a student. And that is how Madam has to be introduced to me. prior to the commence or association of this university, there are many personalities who are known to me prior to the association of this university. One among is Professor Ravati ma'am. I think this is a good tribute for her farewell. She has rendered a very long, productive, fruitful services for this institution. Madam, I pray Almighty God should shower His blessings and guide you for a very peaceful, prosperous retired life. Though the life is retired, we call it just only for the service, but your duty towards academics, I think it is endless. It should keep on continuing. And I don't know, Professor Balaji is here. Professor Balaji and Kumar Ratna has a very special relationship with me. Why? Because these are the two people's first overseas in law I have met in Madras University. So both of them are here because Ratna madam, Kumara madam's sister happens to be my classmate. And she used to tell me, Elumalai, my sister is going to our overseas. So put your questions in such a way so that nobody is getting all these things. So we are trained in such a way. So that is my relationship. And today I have the ability to work under their guidance, Professor Balaji and Kumara Ratna. I can't forget one madam, that is Dr. Pooja. She used to taught me comparative constitutional law. I don't know where is she, but I certainly I'm thankful to her. Kumara madam remembers till now. So that's so nice actually. And I have some of my juniors also. I think I should be thankful to them. One among them is Professor Ilayaraja, Professor Shaktiveer, Professor Vasant. I think they are all doing lots of contribution in my day-to-day life. And some of the scholars I think I mentioned, Gopinath, Kartik Raja, Ishan, Rajaselvam, and many people, the moment I ask any help, whether maybe for my department or otherwise, they're all doing it. Otherwise, I can't do these projects, consultancy work and other things. It is happening because of everybody's support. So the suggestions, as you said, if you ask me what is my assessment about this, certainly I can say I can happy, but I can't say the same from my bottom of my heart because I need lot of improvements need to be done. There cannot be any second opinion on that. So what is my assessment? I am not dissatisfied. That is what the word I always use, right? But it doesn't mean that we are not satisfied. So we always that we need to do improvements. And PASCO, somebody asked it, should it be amended? No, the title of the PASCO itself is meant only for children. So that either you should continue that act, a special act, additional separate act to be framed for other adult girls, those who have reached 18. How this conclusion has come? Because PASCO has been used to see that when the girl is below the age of 18, when she is raped, it has been brought as a marital rape by giving the word 15 to 18 with the assistance of PASCO by the Supreme Court in Independent Thought versus Union of India. When you are able to extend this facility to the child, why the same cannot be extended to the adult? That is the question actually, marital rape. The same way, because girl is a girl, no matter, age doesn't matter, because rape affects everyone. So that is where the compensation, just because the girl is 18, remember, if she is just 19, what will be the problem? Just because she has crossed 1 year, shall she be denied all the remedies? I am afraid it cannot be. So that is where this idea comes up. So Raju Shikdar, I think Professor Shakti will may remember that Raju Shikdar has come to our university to deliver a lecture to the students, not for any function. He happens to be such a nice friend of us. Unfortunately, he is not with us. He is now at Delhi, but still we have a conversation. We will forward it to him. The same way, you would all, so Professor Vice Chancellor raised a question. Sir, you would have seen, Madam, I don't know, it's me, Madam, I am telling. For a death of a BO in our Tamil Nadu, we have given certain crores as compensation. But in state of Kerala, the doctor was brutally murdered, and that too for carrying out her official task. What is the protection? Whether the state should not provide at least an insurance coverage. You have a special act for the protection of medical practitioners. This has been enacted after the COVID. What has happened to all these things? Government has given just 25 lakhs and court said money cannot compensate everything. Of course, money cannot compensate everything, but that is what the law can do. That is the whole ideology. Why the restorative compensation can? Because money makes many things we agree. Yes or no? Money makes many things we say. The moment you are economically up, people forget. I tell you one small thing. Today Supreme Court has picked up. See the plight of the commons, what is it, commercial sex workers or whatever you name it. Say if a cinema star girl says, we call her as a celebrity. She says that I can open my body, I can show my body. You all celebrate. We all celebrate it. If it is done by a poor girl, we book them as a criminals. Though Lord ask them to treat them as a victim. So we have a double standard in our society. Regarding the marrying of the rape accused by the victim, Supreme Court has come down very heavily. Who are we to arbitrate on all these things? This goes against the very tenets of the dignity of the women actually. Supreme Court has made it very clear. I don't know whether you remember that. In one case, in Madhya Pradesh High Court, the High Court judge, like our Devadas, notorious Devadas here, he said the rape accused should go and tie the Rocky to the victim. Supreme Court has come down very heavily and said that nothing is doing like this. And they framed the guidelines hereafter, you should not do that. So such laws, very sensitized laws are also coming up. Why I am telling you all these things? The judges need to be very, very sensitive. That message has to go right from the grassroots level court. I remember very recently one lady judge has retired from Madurai High Court. She was telling for a rape victim, actually she is just 11 years old now. And she has got pregnancy more than 4 months, something like that. It has to be aborted. But the other judge doesn't agree. He says, no, let the child get given birth. That can be given to adoption. But what happens to this girl? And since being a women judge, she says, I have begged that men judge and we requested, I convinced him, the brother judge, to terminate her pregnancy. These are all prior to these 2020 judgments. So human understanding is very, very essential. And finally, I think Bible says, treat the problem of others as yours. I think that is the best answer to understand victim. Professor Raja, it is not unless we undergo the pain we cannot understand the victim. No, not at all. We can understand the problem of victim if you are able to pursue as your problem as their problem as your problem. I think you all have that ability, and that is what humanity survives. As long as humanity survives, I think it's very easy to find fault with everyone. But finding some positivity, finding some merit, always provides a win-win situation. That promotes inclusive growth, sustainable development for all of us. I think that is the message. We should promote win-win situation. God should bless all of us to attain that status. Thank you all for the patient listening. Jai Hind.